broadcast live.
What is one memory that you have of Riky? You know, just anything that he could have done that kind of goes, that's Ricky's signature.
For me, you know, as much as he is as a musician, but his fashion sense of dressing up was just, if fashion is a very sensitive thing, only certain people get it. So yeah, and I had a fashion language where he didn't need to speak, he didn't need to impress anyone, but showcase what he stands for.
One of the fondest memories that I can actually relate with Leduma was a time in Sun City when he was, I think it was a Metro FM Awards, and what happened, I gave him that was one of my best haircuts. I was like, now you know what, this haircut is the one. And then I get Ricky in the corridor, he has this thing over his head, covering his whole head. And people wondering what's happening with this guy now. It's like his whole face is closed, nobody can see what he's wearing. I was like, this is typical Ricky, and that's the person he is. I understand, that was one of the fondest memories.
Literally just off the bat, we were talking, I think we were on our way to Durban, from Qhawe, yeah. And we were rolling down to Durban and we were just talking about the hardship of just getting in and then trying to go all the way. And Ricky, you would just shrug it off, hey man, look, we just gotta work. That's all it takes. You gotta just keep your head down, work, and also just look for other people where you get the opportunity, put other people on.
But is there a memory that you have of anything that he said to you that you kind of said, I'm gonna take this and run with it? Or just anything you saw that you said, yo, I'm learning from here. He doesn't even know he's teaching me.
So you came to my crib 2 days prior and you recorded something. And then we had a very deep conversation and something that I remembered he said that stuck, like what you said. He said, you're the only person that can continue what I started. So don't forget that.
There's this one time he was in Durban for the Motsepe Foundation, and obviously it's a star-studded lineup. And he pulled up in an R8 two-seater, and of everyone, dog, he put me in that car, and we rode for a while, and he was just telling me how he believes I'm the future now. I should just stick to what I'm doing and never ever listen to other people. So for me, for someone like Riky to do that at that level I was at back then meant a lot to me. That's why I'll forever support his legacy and I'll forever shout out his name wherever I go.
And you know what Riky did for us as the young ones coming up in the game is that all the time you gotta believe in yourself. Never let anything stop you. Keep going, It might take longer, but always put in the work. And I mean, like you said, you've been seeing the work that I'm doing. So yeah, Riky just taught us that as the young ones, do it and believe in yourself.
But into ayenza kumina azange ngihlangana naye kakhulu, but the time ngiqala ukumbona, I think it was 2018. Waseyintwana azwakala la sishaya isithombe kumina lapho kuyena ubehitha kakhulu ngaphezulu kwami ngisho ukuthi lo mchita lo ukhululeke kanje so yona into engihlala ngimkhumbula ngayo. Otherwise RIP la ngothando lakhe yebo baba.
I remember the last Cotton Fest where him and I argued about me playing on the main stage after Nasty before AKA. And I'm like, bro, how is that even possible? That's not even and he was like, yo, you need to do this shit for real, bro. If you're gonna do this thing, do it for real. But the best memory was him getting me out of my comfort zone for me as an artist.
Before I dropped my first song, Riky was the one who advised me to drop the song because now you're a DJ, trying to get recognition. For me to contribute to the culture, do something, drop a song, do events. So it's a lot, yeah.
Hey, bekule Qhawe man, behleze happy ngaso sonke isikhathi, behleze enza sure ukuthi wonke umuntu right. Yabo bekumuntu obefana nobaba obefana nobaba onengane obenakekela izingane zakhe. Kwi-industry nje ukuhamba kwakhe silahlekelwe kakhulu, akekho ngweza ubuhlungu. Even namanje abantu abakakholwa ukuthi le ndoda ayisekho, you understand? Nami nje kumanje angikakholwa uyabo.
I think the energy that we'll miss is just somebody that sees everyone. It is not normal to have somebody that sees everyone. And I think that is the beauty of who he was. I hate to say it, but he had Christ-like energy.
Yo, man, that man had a way of
making you feel good all the time. You know what I mean? Make you forget about anything else that could be going wrong. Say, don't worry. It's going to be fine. We move. You know? It's that one, boy. We move.
Yeah.
It's just a love, man. And the purity of his soul. That energy, man. Definitely missed, man.
I think for me, it's every single time you have an encounter with him or had an encounter with him, it was the warmth and the light that he just automatically brought into your space. It's the way he greeted you like you were the only person in that room. And it's the way he always left, like he always left me with words of wisdom. Like it was always like, yo, you need to really like start saving. Or yo, the trip is important. He always left you with something to just hold on to. And I'm gonna miss that the most, yeah.
Ricky helped me understand that, yo, there's still a little bit more that you can do for people, bro. There's always a little bit more you can extend yourself. You know what I mean? And I told him at the same time, like, bro, but you need to have a balance. You know, you can't give all of yourself away. You know what I mean? But that's definitely the one thing I take away from Ricky. That's definitely the one thing he taught me, that, yo, I know you're positive, but there's another level to this positivity that you don't even know about. You know what I mean? Which I'm still trying to tap into. I'm still very cognizant of it, and I practice it every day, man. I truly do.
The people that are at the forefront of the culture, they may be the faces, but he understood that the fans were the lungs and the heartbeat and the liver and he understood everybody's roles. He understood that the photographers were the skin, the good skin, the clear skin, you know. He understood that the organizers were the mind. He was so able to just join us all together, let us all know that you feel like nobody can see you, but I see you, you're doing your thing, and you're important. He had this way of feeling like, oh my gosh, if you were not here, I would have suffered.
You know, here's one beautiful thing about Ricky. Ricky interacted with everybody. One way or the other, Ricky sat down with you. One way or the other, Ricky said something beautiful to you. One way or the other, Ricky acknowledged you. And I remember I had a conversation with Ricky, a sit down on Touching Base, one of the best interviews I've ever had, where he spoke about what he was going through at the time. This was like years ago. But obviously we couldn't just, I mean, at that time I was still like literally 2 years within the game, so I couldn't comprehend it, you know, but he was speaking about how we always got to pay it forward, you know.
I think there was always something Ricky preached like behind the scenes that, you know, guys, yo, let's bring everyone together. Let's have good energies. He was always about energy, you know what I mean? So one thing I feel like everyone understood, especially the people that have been around him and the artists, there was always a thing even before that where artists kind of like want to flex, like, now all the artists are showing love. Everyone's just like, yo, everyone's loving each other. Everyone's not trying to be cool with each other, and that just made me happy. And I know he's smiling down right now saying, yo, either vibes is too much. We multiply.
Okay, so like along the years, like Ricky said, like a lot of things, because I've met up with him and spoken to him in so many different kinds of occasions, you know. But I think the thing that sticks out for me is when I wanted to start making music. He looked at me and said, "Yo, if you've got a good energy, you must just put the good energy into anything you do, and it will succeed." So that's the one thing I took from him, and also unity and spreading love and inspiration.
So mina ngikhumbula kakhulu besenza iZakwe homecoming, you know, ngishaya nama artists ukuthi hey bafethu ubani ongasilekelela ubani ongasiseka, and when I gave him a call kahle kahle ngafonela umngakhe uBianca ngenza ibooking, and then he was like, I think yena watshela umngakhe ukuthi no makuZakwe ngizoza mahhala. You know, for me it's stuck enhlizweni yami till today ukuthi noma ngabe yini I'll make sure ukuthi ngiyohlezi ngikhona for him, you know what I mean? Because angithi so keep all 50,000 athi umfowethu angibona zakho mfowethu ngiyeza for free. Till today I'm forever appreciated for that. So shout out to Ricky, RIP to the king.
Broadcast live